Hello, and welcome to an emergency session of Archetypes. I'm Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Recently, I became aware of an American podcaster and a former co-worker of mine who took it upon himself to attack my wife and I. I'm going to address his statements. This is going to be a fun pod. You're going to like it. But first, our friends, Oasis. Thank you, Noel. Thank you, Liam. I'm going to get straight to the point. On the most recent Bill Simmons pod, he had this to say about myself and Meghan.
I wish I had been involved in the Meghan and Harry leave Spotify negotiation. The fucking Grifters. That's the podcast we should have launched with them.
Stop the clip. Before we get to the rest of this rubbish, I want to say the only person grifting here is that boozed brain idiot Joe House you have on with you, Bill. Okay. Keep going.
I got to get drunk one night and tell the story of the Zoom I had with Harry to try to help him with a podcast idea.
Do it.
It's one of my best stories.
Dude, there hasn't been a Drunk Simmons podcast. Let's both get drunk and then it'll just be drunk.
Save that idea.
It'll be really easy.
The Grifters.
There's no fucking need to save your precious story for some pod that you'll never record because you don't have the balls. So I'll do it for you. The night I was dragged onto some godforsaken Zoom with Simmons, here are the 5 tips I was given for my podding career. Tip number 1, try and mention my father, King Charles, as often as possible, and that he has season tickets to a sports team of some sort. Boom, roasted. Tip number 2, hire my nephew, Prince George, to produce Archetypes and yell at him frequently to turn on something called the TikTok camera. Boom, roasted. Tip number 3, go to every Clippers game and insert the fact that I go to every Clippers game as much as I possibly can into any and all conversations. And once that is said, then follow that up with that I've watched a lot of Nuggets this season. Boom, roasted. Tip number 4, during the NFL season, bring on Uncle Andrew and have him take way too seriously a game where we both guess betting lines to fill time. Boom, roasted. Tip number 5, profit. So there you have it. That's what the great Bill Simmons had for me. Is this what you people wanted to hear? I hope so. I'm now unplugging the mic and going back to my mansion and my beautiful wife, and also Grantland was so much better than The Ringer. God save the king. Good night. P.S. Warren Sharp's real name is Tyler Brickner. What a nerd.